Last year I moved in with my my girlfriend, right? And we signed a 6-month lease, and then we broke up after 3 months, but still lived together for 3 months, right? Which, looking back on it, was an interesting social experiment. Kind of in the same way that the Nazi Party was an interesting social experiment. You know it's going to be a fun place to live when you come home. There's a sign above the door in German that says "Work will set you free." Go inside, she's installing a special shower. Keeps wanting it to work done. But I'm single now, which is great, and I really want to be cool. Like, I've decided I'm going to do things that are important to me. And what's really important to me at the moment, I feel like I've grown up. And what's really important to me at the moment is to be popular, you know. And I've decided that the way to do that is to get a new car, right? Because this is a true story. And what I'm driving at the moment is my grandmother's car, right? This is a true story. I borrowed my grandmother's car for the weekend, and then she died. And so I don't have anyone to give it back to, right? And I consider possession 9/10 of the law. And so, but I don't know if anyone here has ever had a grandmother's car. They're fucking atrocious, man. Like, in the morning, you can try all you want, and the thing won't start until you're wearing a cardigan, you know? Actually, sometimes I get stressed out and I get anxiety, and it's over the most stupid fucking things, you know? Like, I don't know if this has happened to you. The other day I was at home watching TV, and this guy came on the TV and said, "For the next 30 seconds, you're a air traffic controller in the Australian Air Force." I don't know how it got to that, you know? Like, I assumed that the guy who was doing it needed to chuck a piss or something, and they've gone, "Well, Chris isn't doing anything," you know. And I'm really worried because I just smoked a J, and so it looks like I'm about to be court-martialed. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Good night.
I tell you what else is annoying me at the moment. I don't know whether you saw this. There was an article in the paper recently. The immigration department, right? They went down to a bunch of really expensive, snobby restaurants around Sydney, and they raided the kitchens, and they arrested all these illegal immigrants that were working down there. And these guys were working there as like kitchen hands, you know, dishwashers and that sort of thing, food prep. And the immigration department raided them, pulled them out, and arrested them. And the Daily Telegraph newspaper jumped straight on it, and their headline was, "They're stealing your jobs." And I thought, they're stealing our jobs. You know, I personally don't remember applying for the job of exploited, underpaid shit kicker at a snobby restaurant. You know. Fair enough, you know, they're stealing our jobs. That's nice, you know. I just hope the Daily Telegraph is just as vigilant the next time the immigration department raids one of those illegal brothels and pulls out some of those sex slaves, you know. They're stealing your jobs. You know? Fair enough, you know. I mean, I know these women have been abducted, drugged, beaten, thrown into a brothel in Australia and forced to screw old men for the rest of their lives, but I think it's important to point out that they're stealing our jobs, folks. You know. Those old men's dicks belong in Australian prostitutes' mouths, thank you very much. You know. It's the Australian hookers I feel sorry for, you know. I mean, seriously, we're running out of reasons to hate the illegal immigrants. I mean, think about it. They're floating over here on a tin can to wash our dishes and blow us, and we're complaining, you know. And personally, if somebody showed up at my front door offering to do that, I'd let them in.
But I've got a lot to thank my parents for, actually. I grew up in the fashion capital of the world, Mount Druitt. No, I do have a lot to thank my parents for. They were good. They used to take us on outings every weekend. We'd go around the local garage sales, see if we could buy our stuff back. They're actually going to film a new reality TV show out there, I heard. It's a joint housing commission and work for the Dole Scheme production. Yeah, it's called Witness Relocation. Just move them around. No, but actually, I don't get reality TV. I don't understand, like Queer Eye for the straight guy. I don't get that. When are they going to make Slut Eye for the frigid chick? That's what I understand. I'll tell you a bit about myself, actually, while I'm here. I got married young. I was lonely. I should have got a dog. No, well, at least you only have to pick up their shit. You don't have to put up with it, do you? Because I met a bloke once, he told me his wife was an angel. I said, "Fuck, you're lucky, mate. Mine's still alive." Like, I've got a girlfriend now, and we went to the shop this morning. It was early, I grant you, and we put the milk and bread on the counter. And the bloke said to me, "Do you want a bag for that?" And I said, well, yeah, but can you cut a couple of eye holes in it because I don't want to walking into anything on the way home. And she snapped, you know, like I thought she was going out with me for my sense of humour. Like last night, you know, I went down the video shop, she's going, get Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino, Scent of a Woman, you know. So just for a joke, I got a fish called Wanda. I thought it was close enough, you know. See, no sense of humour like her. I thought she had a sense of humour, you know. It was her birthday a little while ago and she said to me, can you buy me something just for me? And I said, yeah, a vacuum cleaner, easy. No, that wasn't what she had in mind, you know. It was like my mate, he wanted a head job for his birthday, so I went out and got one, rang him up to tell him about it, but that wasn't what he had in mind. Actually, that reminds me, I was reading today, they did a survey of why married men like head jobs. I don't know why, but I'll tell you the results anyway. 10% said they like the feeling, 12% said they like feeling dominant, and 78% said they enjoyed the silence. No, that's not nice. My girlfriend's not here tonight, and it was her birthday a while ago, so I can tell you what really happened. I said to her, what do you want for your birthday, darling? She said, I like surprises. I said, well, I fucked your sister. And she reckoned that wasn't a surprise. Like I said, no sense of humour.
So I'll tell you a bit about myself. Something you might not know to look at me is that I used to be quite a large girl. Yeah, it's true. I was nearly 8 foot. Yeah. So pole dancing, ladies, pole dancing classes. Is that great? Yeah. Now you know women just like you and me can go and learn firsthand how it feels to be a 19-year-old single mum with challenged vocabulary and low self-esteem. It's magical, isn't it? And guys, now women are getting these poles installed like in their homes and in the bedrooms. It's kind of like pole dancing at home. It's the hoe you used to go out for. I hadn't maybe done as much maintenance as I might have liked. I didn't really think about it. And there's nothing worse than being caught out with unkempt pubic hair. Don't you think it's like when someone comes around your house unannounced and you're like, oh God, look, I'm really sorry. I wasn't expecting anyone. Like, normally the place looks great, honestly. I have people around all the time. But there's too much pressure, I think, now to have fashionable pubic hair, don't you think? Like in magazines and stuff like that. There's so much you can do with it. You can cut it and dye it. You can fucking sell it on eBay. And I have enough trouble keeping up with the latest in fashion and hair. Like, it's never occurred to me I might have last year's pussy. So how embarrassing. It's like, I was dating this guy and he seriously said to me, he said, you know what you can do for me that'll be really romantic? He said, you should get a Brazilian, but instead of the landing strip, you should get my initials. Because that'd be really sweet. And I went, oh, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could. Or you could just change your name to Big Hairy Bush. Compromise. And no, he didn't, but, you know, I called him that. Anyway. Like, so we broke up months ago and I still just ring him, Big Hairy Bush. Because I can. This is the same guy that bought me a clit ring for my birthday. A clit ring for my birthday. He didn't much like the metal detector I bought him for Christmas, though.
Yeah, one of my favourite things about living in Sydney, though, is crazy places. For those of you who know, on George Street there's a shop, and it's called Mick Smith's Gun Shop. Anyone know this shop? Yeah, it's in the middle of the biggest city in the country, and it sells guns. It sells handguns and rifles and shotguns, and just quietly, who the fuck is this shop for? There are 3 types of people with legitimate excuses to use guns in this country. We've got cops, security guards, and farmers, right? Now, Mick Smith's gun shop is run by Mick Smith, who, I shit you not, has a glass eye and a fucking plastic leg. Now, I don't know who hands out the licenses for gun shop owners, but if someone comes in and goes, g'day mate, I want to start a gun shop, and they've got a glass eye and a plastic leg, they've got a history. But so, it's cops, security guards and farmers, right? They're the only people. But we give guns to cops and security guards. So would Mick have us believe that there are farmers in Wagga who are driving 9 hours into the biggest city in the country to satisfy all their firearm needs at the hands of a one-eyed tattooed peg-legged man called Mick? That's just bullshit, you know, because you wouldn't get farmers, you get heaps of city folk coming in pretending to be g'day mate, I'd like a gun for the farm, thanks, yeah. You want a gun for the farm? Yeah, I got a crop, and we've got pests coming to take the crop, got to take out the pests. Mate, where's your crop? Oh, it's in my roof, in the cross, yeah, you know. They're not the people I'm worried about. They're crazy, but they're not the people I'm worried about, because you know there would be people that would go in without an excuse. They don't need it. G'day, I'd like a gun, please. What kind of gun do you want? One that gets the job done, you know. Stick your hands in the air, I've got a gun. That kind of gun, you know. One that's good around the house. Cook me some eggs, bitch. I've got a gun! I didn't want to go into this joke half-cocked, so I walked into Mick and said, hey, Mick, who's this shop for? And he said, this is priceless. It's for gun enthusiasts. It's for people who get this, are enthused and interested and excited by guns. Now, if you want, you can call me a conservative, but I reckon if there's one group of people in this country that we should never give any guns to, surely it's anyone who ticks those 3 boxes. One of the first things you'll notice too, if you ever walk past Mick Smith's gun shop, is the front window is not full of guns. What's it full of? Swords. Who the fuck is buying swords? Are there thousands of recreational Dungeons and Dragons fans that I don't know about? That's horrible. I find sword buyers more disturbing than gun buyers as a concept, because not only are they a little bit fucked up, they're 300 years behind the fucking time. Heaven forbid Mick should show them the fucking guns. And if you've seen them too, they're the most horrible swords imaginable. They're really gaudy and tacky, and they're really like shiny and bejeweled, and you know, they look like they're made by a gay blacksmith with a bedazzler. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd be embarrassed to cleave someone with a sword that looked like that, but that's Sydney, isn't it? It's just camp and violent.
Thanks for the applause. It's not often I can actually say I've enjoyed getting the clap, but yeah, I am from New Zealand, and no, I don't fuck sheep. I make love. It's different. Actually, I took my father out yesterday. Yeah, one punch. You'll have to excuse me tonight. I'm a little bit jaded and a little bit messed up. I've just started smoking again. And it just kind of cracks me up, you know, when you quit smoking, you get, a lot of people quit and they start to think they know everything, and they start saying to all their friends, mate, why don't you quit smoking, man? Why don't you quit smoking? And, it's like, you get some people going, mate, I don't want to quit. I enjoy it. And I don't know, there's enjoying smoking, and then there's enjoying smoking. Like, you'll see some people outside the office in the rain, like... I wouldn't say that's enjoying smoking, right? I'd say that's maybe a little bit relaxing. Like enjoying a cigarette, that's like a whole different thing, isn't it? That's more like, oh, fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, nearly got into a fight one time, right? And I nearly went all the way, right? And this guy starts going, mate, you couldn't fight your way out of a paper bag, man. You couldn't fight your way out of a paper bag. I just said, mate, I can't even get into a paper bag without ripping it. He's like, mate, you couldn't beat a fly, man. You couldn't beat a fly. I didn't say anything. I just sort of thought that's weird. I mean, why would you want to beat a fly? Wouldn't you just kill it? I mean, killing a fly is hard enough, right? Let alone, like, catching it and then beating it. That's weird. Like, imagine that. Like, oh, I can have you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, you want some more? Come on, man. Get up. Yeah. Has anyone here played paintball? Yeah. Up the back here? Yeah. Who's over here? Anyone down here? You know who here has played? Yeah. Have you played? Yeah. Did you get shot? Yeah. Did it hurt? Yeah. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Because I actually took a real gun. It's quite funny. I was crouched down in the bush beside my mate, and he sees the real gun, and he's just like, what are you doing with the real gun, man? What are you doing with the real gun? I was just like, oh, come on, mate. Christ. It's just a game. You want to win, don't you? It's quite funny. I was actually, after playing paintball, I was imagining myself in one of those old war movies, the old black and white war movies, where two guys, they become like really good friends, like comrades, and one of them gets shot, and his friend's holding him, just going, no, man, you can't leave me, man. You can't die, man, you can't die. And his friend just lies back and goes, tell my wife I love her. And then dies. And I was just imagining myself in the same situation, and my friend's holding me going, no, man, you can't leave me, man, you can't die. It's like fucking in my ear, mate, on and on and on. It's just not necessary. I'd just lie back and go, I blame you. And die. You girls don't like, you girls try pissing with an erection. You know what I'm saying, fellas? Toilet's there, right? You got to stand like that, point it up like that, up and into the bowl, like, block it off, get a bit of build up, bit of back pressure, let it go into the bowl. You try doing that. We can go for the forward leaning stance like that, so it just sort of goes up like that, right? This is hard work. Or you can go for the backward stance, over the bowl, straight in like that. Yeah. You've all been there, haven't you, guys? So I've been going out a bit lately because I don't have a girlfriend anymore. Funny that. But I've come up with a few new pickup lines if you'd like to try these at home, or not at home, but try them when you go out, they work better. I like going up to a girl in a bar and just going, so what's a girl like you doing in a lovely bar like this? Or I like going up to a girl in a bar and just going, so are you a thief? And they usually go, no, why? It's like, oh, because you look like a junkie. My name's Nick Johns. You guys are lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you.